How to configure Amazon Elastic File System as a common storage for Linux instance. Learning objectives. Learn to create Amazon EFS file storage. Learn to configure EFS for Linux instances. Log into your AWS Management Console and open the EFS service. Click on Create File System. Give a name to your EFS file system. Click on Create to create your EFS file system. While the EFS file system is getting created, open Amazon EC2 service in a different tab. Now go to Security Groups and click on Create Security Groups. Give a name to your security group and add a description. In Inbound Rules, click on Add Rules and select SSH as type, and 0.0.0.0/0 as source. This will allow you to SSH into your Linux instance. Now click on Create Security Group. Now your Linux security group has been successfully created. Now create another security group for your EFS. Click on Create Security Group. Give a name to your security group and add a description. Now click on Add Inbound Rules to add a new rule. Select NFS as the type and select your Linux security group as the source. Now click on Create Security Group to create your security group. Now go back to your EFS service. Select the file system that you have created and browse to Networks. Now click on Manage. Remove all the existing security groups and add your EFS security group. Click on Save to save the changes. Now go back to your EC2 service. Create a Linux instance using the Linux security group that you just created. To know more about how to create an EC2 Linux instance, watch our previous video. Now connect to the Linux instance that you just created. Type the following commands one by one in your Linux terminal, to successfully attach the EFS file system to your Linux instance. Note that in the last command, change the highlighted region with your EFS ID. First we install the Amazon EFS utilities. Now we create a mount point. Then we mount the EFS onto the Linux instance. To create a file in your EFS, enter the following commands one by one. Note that the last command will create a file named test.txt in your EFS. Now to see how EFS can be connected to multiple instances, create one more Linux instance and connect to the new instance. Repeat the previous steps to connect your EFS to the new Linux instance. Once the EFS is connected successfully, enter the ls command to check the files in the EFS. As you can see, the files created using another instance are visible. Congratulations! You have successfully configured EFS for your Linux instance. Thank you. If you want to know more about various AWS services and AWS certification courses, reach out to us on the following links.